Hello, welcome to another 3-lap challenge. In this series we take a randomly selected car and track and have just 3 laps to get into the top 10 of that particular leaderboard. So let's jump across to our randomizer and see what today brings. I'm Matt from the Sim Racers Arms and this is my randomizer. Now today's slightly different. We're going to be using the randomizer, but the car's pretty much been picked for us. It's the brand new free to the game Formula Inter. Nice little single-seater car, and we're going to use the randomizer to pick the track. So let's just see what the randomizer does for us. So there's 1 click and there's 2 clicks. So we've got Santa Cruz and ignore the car. So let's jump into Automobilista 2. Now the Formula Inter is actually named after Interlagos, and it was designed for that particular track. And I've driven the car around this track and it's not too bad, but you need a lot of people in there, so it's a little bit long for a time trial, so that's why I decided to go with the randomizer. So let's select, what was it, Santa Cruz. Now it's highly unlikely that anybody's done a time trial at Santa Cruz. There it is. Now as predicted, nobody's been on there, so we'll jump in. So here we are at Santa Cruz. Now the car, I've driven a few laps at the new Bathurst 1983 historic, which is also a new piece of free content to Automobilista 2. And I've also driven this round Alton Park in a lobby a few nights ago on the live stream that I do on a Tuesday and a Thursday, because this update dropped on Thursday right in the middle of the stream, which was very nice because it gave us something brand new to talk about and be excited about. However, if you load me as a ghost, you can click on the cog I should say, and you'll see the setup that I've got. I've tweaked, and not necessarily for the best, but what I was trying to dial out of the car was the front end bounce. It was quite pronounced. I think it's calmed it down, but it's introduced a little bit of understeer, and I always get this bend wrong. I haven't driven this track for a while, so we'll take it steady on this out lap, and then we'll try and get 2 more laps in. And then my famous last words of late, every time I've mentioned pressing a bit harder, I've ended up having crashes, if you look at the last couple of 3-lap challenges that I've done. So it's quite entertaining. A lot of you picked up in the comments that I'm opening my mouth and then crashing straight away. So this car is very interesting. It's 500 kilos with 190-ish horsepower. I should drop down to 3rd for there, I think, to get the acceleration out of there. And all of its power and all of its peak torque is produced at around 6,000 revs. So you do kind of need to push it to the blue light on the rev counter, so you land somewhere close to the peak power and torque with your gear changes. Oh, I forgot how bumpy it was through there. So yeah, lightweight car with a decent amount of power and quite a bit of downforce as well. Ooh. And you do feel the downforce load up, and I think it's more pronounced when you're following another car and you get, oh, famous last words again, I've gone off. At least we didn't crash and damage the car. So the tyres are still cold, so that's an issue. So yeah, I find this car quite an interesting car to drive. It's got its little challenges, and all I did was change the bumps and the rebound, just to try and dial out some of this bounciness that it's got. But it could be in the tyres, but it doesn't feel like it's in the tyres. It definitely feels suspension. So here we go, we're lining up for another lap. Yeah, so 190 horsepower is delivered by the 2-litre naturally aspirated 16 valve engine. And here we go, I'm going to go a little bit quiet and concentrate. want to set a half decent lap for you guys to chase, but I won't last long. The regulars soon knock me off the top spot. Stay wide and then brake on the entry. Braking's interesting in this. If you don't get your braking done before you get to the corner, oh dear, this is a scrappy lap. Completely got that corner wrong. The rear end wants to come round on you, so you kind of have to get all your braking done in a straight line and then use the gearing to control the car and the throttle. And I'm running default setup apart from those tiny little tweaks, and you may have to adjust the brake pressure. I've got a sensitive brake pedal, it's just the way I need it set up. And there you can feel the aero coming and going as you go through a bend, and you start getting understeer, oversteer, twitchy. So I think more car setup is needed, a slightly better lap. That was better into the last corner there. So we're 2.5 seconds up. Get across the line. So there we have it, a 129.3. I predict low 128s into the 127s. So there we go, the Formula Inter at Santa Cruz when we did the live stream a couple of nights ago, and we had lots of people at Alton Park. It made for really interesting racing, and I think once everybody gets used to the car and its little quirks that it's got, I think we'll have some really close races in the lobbies with this car. And I think it suits quite a range of tracks as well. I think the tight twisty tracks it suits, but I think also some of the longer tracks. So yeah, there we go. And if you wouldn't mind clicking up here, it'll take you through to another video or a series of videos, and this is number 42 or 43 in the 3-lap challenge, and there's plenty there for you to get your teeth into. If you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, it makes it a great difference to the channel. And also, if you haven't already, if you wouldn't mind subscribing or at least considering it, and if you have been, thank you for watching. Till the next time.